Following a report from one of the dailies that a staff of the National Youth Service Corps (NYSC) died of COVID-19, Olayinka Ojo in this report visited the NYSC orientation camp Kubwa to ascertain the level of compliance to COVID-19 protocols.
Since adherence to COVID-19 protocol is non-negotiable, I was subjected to COVID-19 tests. And it was after certified negative that I was allowed to continue my assignment.
The actual rapid test takes about 15 minutes.
Wherever you see the camp nationwide, there are 7 camps of the Federation, are officials and corps members that are negative. So those that are positive were taken away to the isolation center by the NCDC and state health officials.
Members of the camp community were all on their masks. While we continued our investigations, we found out that an infection protection and control team comprising staff and youth corps members was set up. This made the level of compliance more efficient.
It actually feels good to see someone that is not following the rules and regulations, and then you correct them and they take those corrections and everybody is safe.
With these adherence to the protocol, the scheme says there will also be an exit camp test for staff who participated in the orientation program. Olayinka Ojo, NTA News.
Now let us talk more about the NYSC victim of COVID-19. Now joining me via Zoom to talk more on the death of the camp officer is the Director General of the NYSC, Shuaibu Ibrahim. Hello, Director General. Thank you for joining us on Nationwide.
Thank you for having me.
Now, tell us, what is really the situation surrounding the death of one of your resident officers who allegedly died of COVID-19 complications at the Kano NYSC orientation camp?
Thank you for giving me the opportunity. In line with the PTF and the NCDC's guideline, prosperity corps members and camp officials that were allowed to come to camp for the orientation exercise are subjected to testing by the use of the RDT test kits. The testing is mandatory, and only those that are negative are allowed into camp. So wherever you see the camp nationwide, there are 7 camps of the Federation, are officials and corps members that are negative. So those that are positive were taken away to the isolation center by the NCDC and state health officials for treatment. And then so far, the isolation center has been fantastic. All cases were treated and discharged accordingly. Unfortunately, we lost a staff, which we are discussing now. And to our surprise and misinformation, that this staff died in the orientation camp. It's not true. He died at the isolation center, being managed by the NCDC and the Kano State health officials. So that is what transpired. And I said the NYC, we don't compromise on the safety of our corps members and our staff. And that is why the corps members and the NYC were involved in the campaign against the COVID-19. Corps members produced face masks, sanitizers, disinfectant soap, and even embarked on sensitization and distribution of free palliatives to indigent Nigerians. So we know what it takes to abide by this. And we know the NCDC, they are very strict.
Okay, now, if I may cut in here. Now, with this incident, does that imply that there is or there are the possibilities that some officials or prospective corps members did not go through the COVID-19 test as the deceased officer was said to have been posted to Kano a few days before his death?
No. You see, we have a representative of the headquarter element in all the camps of the Federation. Just as they report first before the prospective corps members. So they are subjected to testing. So those that are positive are taken for treatment. And that's what happened before the prospective corps members start coming, because the officials are supposed to report to camp earlier to prepare the camp before the resumption of the reporting of the prospective corps members. In the process, he now was found wanting and he was taken for treatment. And it was earlier before the prosperity committee started reporting.
Okay,
And that is how
now
we-
that this unfortunate incident has happened, what do you have to tell parents and guardians as it relates to the safety of their wards and children?
You see, I want to assure parents that in line with the NCDC's guidelines, NYC is adhering strictly to the protocol. I'm happy you show a clip where Onyeka Ojo visited Kubwa camp in Abuja. And that is how all our camps nationwide are structured. And before the opening of our camps, the NCDC visited all the 37 camps nationwide and certified them that everything is in line before the rotation started. And the magic was the introduction of the RDT test kits that takes 15 minutes, has been explained by the officer, the staff who normally conduct the test in the camp there. 15 minutes, the result is out. And the moment anybody is positive, we are not allowed to the camp. The test takes place outside by the gate, not within. It's by the gate. And NYC adjusted to it. And just as I keep telling, when I crack jokes with my NCDC staff, I tell them that this orientation is now being run by the NCDC because they are there with us, and apart from those who are present with us in camp, they also come from the headquarters in Abuja on an impromptu visit to all the camps of the Federation. And so far, we've not found any challenge. So, you know, anyway, the camp is an enclosed one. So once you are into the camp, you don't go out. If any of the staff that have to go out on a very critical issue, once he returns to the camp, he must be tested before he comes back. He is allowed in. If you are found wanting, you're not allowed. Recently, even yesterday, the members of the House of Representatives on officer control to account in Kefi were all subjected to what? To test. And the same thing with the NYC National Governing Board. We also subjected to test. So nobody, even myself as a DG, I'm also subjected to test. I'm sure you must have been seeing my film and reading on the dailies. I've gone to 7 camps, and I just returned from the Taraba camp. I was subjected to testing, and my officials. So
thank you so much. Thank you so much for the assurances you've given to Nigerians in general. Thank you so much. We've been talking to the Director General of the NYSC, Brigadier General Shuaibu Ibrahim. Thank you indeed. Moving on now.